We're here to dedicate this memorial, the Voyager Village Memorial Garden, and I'm going to kind of tell a brief story on how this came to fruition. This area here. He cut the trails for our trail system. He groomed the trails for our cross-country skiers. He was on the airport commission. To shoot his age, he had a bad day on the golf course. Usually it was 3 or 4 strokes below his age. And he had the most beautiful swing I've seen of anybody up here. And I've been up here for 7 years, played a lot of golf. He had that Sam Snead, Payne Stewart, beautiful swing. But, you know, what I remember about Bob is he just was a humble, kind man. And, you know, he was kind of like a father figure to me. And I just loved him tremendously. And I know all you guys did too. And so when Bob passed away, the Ellson family, Kurt, Barton, and Matt made a very generous donation to Voyager Village to do something special. And we have 2 people here today that are in the same boat as Bob. Their volunteerism is second to none. They're givers, not takers. And that's our own Betty Paskowski and Steve Johnson. Yeah. It was their idea that brought this to fruition. And so I just want to thank them so much for what they do, and they're just an inspiration to all of us. So anyway, Trent Walls was responsible for crafting this monumental piece, and Deb and Tina did the flowers for it. Who am I missing here? Oh, the flag. Miss Sapp. Yeah. And then I also want to acknowledge Steve McDonough, who's another legendary volunteer up here. He provided the fountain in back, which we see here. And this place was built to memorialize those that have gone before us. And you can see the first one here is Bob Ellson, beautiful stone. And we're so grateful to the Ellson family for their such a generous donation, and to bring this to pass. Anyway, where do I go from here?
Let's talk about the pavers.
Okay, the pavers. I think Betty or some people have forms already. I already bought my paver last week because I want to be associated with Voyager Village into eternity. So we can honor, yeah, show them, Betty.
Yeah, these pavers they'll be sandblasted in the winter. That's when they first found to do it. And then they will be placed in the order that they were purchased, closest to stock. These commissions just bought one for Doc Rudy. So Doc Rudy will probably end up right here. And that paper will be taken out and the engraved one will be replaced. We'll go all the way down. And a lot of people will go farther out.
The Ellson family come forward and put the flag up.
That was done by Dan Sapp. That was a forget-me-not flowers on there. Our plan is to have forget-me-nots in this area right here, this flower pot thing. We're going to get them this time of year. But anyway, forget-me-not.
Oh, yes, the weather vane. Bob was a pilot, so that's another kind of recognition of Bob up there. He loved to fly. He had, flew out of Voyager Village, and I know he made a few trips up to Ashland. He was in the cabin. And then over here we have one of the bluebird houses, and Bob was built bluebird houses around here. But
found in his place was from 2011, and we had tried some of the wine back in that vintage, and oh, some of it tastes like vinegar.
I had one of those.
But anyway, the last time Dad and I made wine was out of choke cherries, and was in 2022. And I ended up picking 90 pounds of it was a bumper crock of choke cherries, and we ended up making like 55 to 60 bottles of this wine, and this one actually tastes very, very good. And kind of it all kind of fits perfect, because last weekend I was up, picked the last of the wines. It was 90 pounds of wine, or of choke cherries that I got. So it's going to be another good wine
year.
So anyway, this should be good. This is questionable. And but Betty, I know Betty wanted to break it on something, but I was thinking we should try opening it and test it.
Bob was a man of faith, and Bob, it was very important for him. And I remember after he had his first stroke, he was up in Duluth in the hospital, and he was kind of irritated because he wasn't going to be there to build the ice chapel that we had in front of the clubhouse in the wintertime. And so our dear friend Walt Fouche, you know, everybody knows Walt. Walt can do anything. Walt took control of it. We were out on that lake cutting ice, and we built that ice chapel for Bob. And Bob did it for years, and I think he got that from his dad, Leonard. His dad did it, and it was very important for Bob. And he related to me in the hospital that time and said, "What's going on with the ice chapel?" And so Betty and Walt got it going, organized it, we got it built, and it was just cute. And since then, Betty got kind of a fake ice chapel, so we're not out there cutting ice.
Yeah, including Bob. He slipped and hit his head on the back, and he got a mild concussion, and he said, "Yeah, I had vertigo. Everything was spinning."
But no, that ice chapel was special to him. So whenever you see that ice chapel in the winter, you think of Bob Ellson. Yeah. Anybody else want to say anything or about their relation? Best golf course superintendent in the country. Oh, his sophomore. He's in the Hall of Fame. Minnesota Hall of Fame sophomore. Diamond match in Spokane. No, he's lived a full life, and he had so much impact on me. I'm sure he did on a lot of you. Now there's other people who look up that man. It's just a beautiful thing to see. We all love Voyager. Like I said, I bought my paper last week because I wanted to associate with Voyager. Bob Phil.
Had us over when I lived here for dinner quite often, so it was my turn. And Bob said, "I'll bring the wine." He had taken his kids to That's right, and